Okay, we're back. So we have kind of a battle plan here. There is 4 pips. I want to get to 5, and then I want to go try out the Sinister Secret of Salt Marsh modules. But you may notice something is a little different here, right? So we've got a custom skin running now. Looks great. I really, really like it. I can make a guide for that separately, or you can look it up on the web. This is one of Rogue's skins. It basically just turns all the different interface elements to like a dark color. It doesn't really give you an advantage or anything like that. It's not like an add-on of World of Warcraft. But I really want to do the Sinister Secret of Salt Marsh stuff, and I want to do it without reading up on it or ever playing it, which I've never done before. But before I do that, there's a complete crappy quest I can't stand. We got to go do that, and then we're going to do this. We're going to do this guy here. No, is it him? No, we're going to do Guard Young's quest, which is going to be right through there. And we definitely want to do this other one down here with this Fizzpat Defense. There is an element to this quest I hope to show to you that will save you so much time. All right, this is like finding the jewels, if I'm not mistaken, these smugglers' warehouse, and they're trying to find these smuggler gems. They randomly spawn in barrels only, right? They don't spawn in the crates. There's lots of people who've made videos already that explain all this, right? This quest doesn't require you to kill things that are elites or anything like that. There's a couple of rares in here. I'm just leave it on 4 anyway because we're 4. I don't really want to run stuff where it's like mega easy. But I'm going to get this cleric out. Let's see which one I'm going to pull up. Who's got less time left? Let's pull. These are all even, even, even. Let's just use a level 3 cleric for this. There's like a trap or two, if I'm not mistaken, in here that we'll be able to use. We'll put them on aggro. Now, we have to obtain 10 smugglers gems. Make sure this is really clear. They only are inside of breakable barrels, okay? It's random which barrels they're in, but it's the same number of barrels every time you run it. So if you ever watch someone making a guide about this, you'll notice that like, hey, wait a minute, they got the barrel right here. This barrel's in the same location. That little effect is from a new enhancement I picked up. Actually, let me share that with you real quick. There is a new enhancement I picked up when I had a point here, which is, let's do it from this interface down here. If you go to enhancements, I picked this up here. So every time I strike an enemy with my bow, you have a 15% chance to gain 10 temporary spell points. You see the plus 10 down here on my spell points, which I thought would help give me some sustain for the air effect abilities I like to use all the time. So what you're looking for is barrels. Anywhere you see barrels, you don't care about crates, right? And let's get rid of some of these guys here. And our sound level's too low. Let's make sure our sound level's not too low. You can't hear what's going on. Let's get that jacked up some. Master is up, sound effect volume is up, combat's up. And that may be just my headset. There we go. There we go. That's going to be pretty loud. We like that. Let's climb up here and give this shaman a taste of his own medicine. Well, good thing you didn't jump off backwards. You're going to have to get up here to get the lever open. And you can always jump when you're on a ladder. There's another one up here. And like we talked about before, the root bone is sometimes harder to hit guys over edges. Not that time. And let's just pop this. This is the key to get to the door. Alright. And we'll leave the map on. So we need barrels, barrels, and barrels. You may hear me say that quite often. I want to make sure, one thing you can do, you'll be running through here, you're like, okay, great. Apparently there's usually no barrels until you're past here. There goes the NPC. There's the first barrel. So from this gate forward, that's good, just take damage from a trap. From this point forward is the only place you're going to find barrels. Wow, 85, nasty. That must have been from the NPC, not me. This is just a little potion. Okay, so we got one so far. That's who's nuking. Is that one of those throwers? Okay, here's another one. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. You see these smugglers' rubies? You got to get 10 of these all together. That's all you really need to do. Everything else in here is just optional junk. And I should have plenty of arrows, don't I? Yeah, okay, good. Don't need to worry about the boxes. To make your life easier, you definitely want to completely clear a room and then check everywhere for every single ruby. There's 2. Before you leave, and run back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Don't, pull the switch and run off yet. Just take your time and clear the room. Here's the 3rd one. We only need 7 more. There's a barrel here. That's just regular jewels. I don't care. Let's go down here. There's nothing on top of any of the... That one that was back here is the only one, I believe, that's really up high. Everything else is always at the ground plane or 1 level above. Okay, there's how many we've got so far. 4. We only need 6 more. This room's pretty much done. I'm actually going to go hang a left first, which is this way. I'm going to go west, south first, and then we'll go back the other way. Nearsighted, right? Nothing here, nothing here. There's one there. I'm going to go down this way first. I believe if you stay right here in the middle here, you won't have a problem with the trap. You can actually search for it. Here it is here, and here. You just jump over this usually, or land in it. So look who died. So uselessness has died. Usually they will leave a rune. And she didn't leave a rune. So there's no way to pick her up. Okay, we'll just have to do this a hard way then. Usually there's a sigil on the ground that you can pick them up. Okay, and let's see what we've got here. We want to... We only got Cure Light Wounds potions left right now. Let's put these up on this bar here for our hotkey. Don't need to worry about skeleton bodies. And you don't want to be backtracking back to that trap again. So let's check everywhere here. Make sure we've got everything. There's 2. Okay, there's another one. So now we're down to, we only need 5. So we're halfway done with that. Just want to check one more time here. Make sure even every little niche like that we haven't missed one. They're always in the same spots, but I don't quite have them memorized. You stay there dead as a marker. Whoa, what was that? I'm back on my feet once more. Let me return the favor. Well, why don't you start off by healing yourself? Here, use this. That was weird. Okay, all right. Anyway, so we'll keep moving. Let's get rid of these guys here. Oh, come on. And let's check down here. Any more barrels? Need barrels. There's 1. There's 2. You hear the sound effect. That's when you know something's dropped. Check through here. She was at like -4 hit points, so I don't know how she came out of that. It's like she got hit by the trap, which you would think would have just flat out knocked the damage down. Maybe it was some kind of effect that wore off after like 3 minutes or something. Okay. Which is fine with me. There's another trap up that way if I'm not mistaken. There's another barrel. One behind here. Nothing. One up here. This is like one of the other ones as high as possible. Just double check. I didn't hear anything drop, but I want to be sure. Yep. And see, I didn't hear it drop. So you could easily have missed that, even though it highlights. Nope, nothing. Whoop, there's one there. And that's all you're focusing on is barrels. Just forget about these. Okay, we're getting close to getting done. We need three more after this one, and we hadn't got through half the place yet. There is trap through here. Yeah, this is like a slicing trap. See this? I had a trap like this in Chisra back in Unreal. But you can walk through the middle and not get hit. And hopefully she'll follow you in a straight line. Long range time. See if we can get a target on him. There you go. Okay. Oh, more. Okay, no problem. You got a barrel right there. Barrel here. One here. Oh, there's a drop. It's just stupid silver pieces, which are useless. They should loot table for the stuff should be updated. I mean, at this point in the game, you're running around with what? 8,000 platinum, and silver is pretty useless. So, in my opinion, there's another one. Great, we're getting close. 2 left. You could be doing this at this point and have only 3. I mean, that's the thing about this. It can be frustrating. And this is another room here. That's just regular. I'm going to skip those. Okay, so what we got here? Another spot. I tell you what, having search is really, really useful. Secret door. So useful. A scepter. Good for an alt. Okay. Now let's check the room for any more barrels before we talk about. There's one there. Something that's easily missed.
In front of a rickety barricade here. Further progress.
Basically telling you that's a dead end. If you go around this entire area, oh, there's one. Let's make sure I miss this one. Every time I've run it with other characters, that one's always had a gem in it. Let's get topped off. So what we're going to do, we're going to head down to the south and head back over to the west. Nothing. He opened the door to a secret hallway, which is kind of weird. Only that kobold will do that. He like runs and triggers a trigger. There's a lever here, which lowers this, which is like, why would you want to lower a lever and lock yourself in? Here's another ruby. We only need one more. One more needed. Okay. Hard to believe you missed with that with this much bonus to hit, which is 15. And this lever. So this is one thing that a lot of times you'll miss. You'll be like, I just need one. I just need one. That happened to me before. I only needed one, and I kept running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's so easy to miss this lever. That will open this door. Remember how the other side over here was, look at the mini-map, it was a barricade, and the DM had a message about the kobolds have built a barricade, blah, blah, blah. This is on the other side of that. There'll be kobolds in here and barrels in here. So we're going to do that now to try to get that quest completed before we go up there and kill like this little witch doctor guy. There's the last ruby. Every time I've run this, the last ruby has been in here. Great. Now we have enough experience to hit level 5. Awesome. And there's another extra that we don't need. Let's go in here and get rid of this dude. And then we've got this finished. So, let me, one last time. This is the thing that always gets people. When you run through the dungeon, obviously just do the barrels. After the gate is where they start being, you don't find any barrels before that. Ignore all the crates. In this room in the lower southwestern corner with these plus signs here for the design, there's one here. one, and then one here, and you have these other ones. This is the one with this little hooked passage that the kobold opens. Just a lever like tucked behind this crate is where you're going to find that.
The kobolds
I guess the dude came out here. Usually there's a rare guy in
sense
here, but not
as
this
they
time.
caper about a crude shrine to strange
I always found it funny how like the DM voiceover instruction, description of the area will continue to play even though what it's talking about is not there or over with. And this is just to add insult to injury. Okay, we are done. We can get out of here. Let's go do it, and let's go get leveled up. Now remember, we put an item, a bid on an item for a +1 wisdom item so we could cast spells. We got that item. We won that bid. There's only like 1,200 platinum. It was really cheap. We equipped that. So we actually have this little headpiece now with +2 wisdom on it, which gives us enough wisdom to cast spells. So we can pick up the one spell. So now we get +1. You only need 11, but that means we can cast Longstrider, which is this one right here, right? So we can bind that to a key like this, and then have increased movement speed. And that will last 9 minutes. In the upper left-hand corner, you'll see it's counting down how much time is left. And we got another action point. There was, before I level up, there is an enhancement I wanted to get that costs 2 points. Let's see, which one was it? Was it this one over here? Dispelling Shot? No, not this one. Not this one. Not Tumble and Hide. This one here requires 5 points in the tree. We're not going to do that. Was it this one down here? That's a secondary toggle. So the Arcane Archer has all these toggles like Frost Arrow, Fire Arrow, etc., etc. I think I'll pick another Elemental Arrow for now. There's really nothing I can take. I don't really want this Resist Dropper, but I guess I should pick it up. What's the cooldown on it? 3 seconds? Another Elemental or debuff? Let's try the debuff. We can always respec it if we don't like it. And let's go get leveled up. Let's put that on our bar. Go to Character Sheet and Enhancement. The Shatter Mental Shot is here. We could put that as... I found that I'm not using this True Strike much anymore. So we could take the search button off a hotbar and maybe use this here. And push this here and shuffle them. And if I ever need to do a search... Let's see. That's going to be the spell. And we could bind a key to something else for that. Or I could keep this down here. How about that? I'll keep that down there, and that way we're clear. Okay, Ranger Trainer's just right here, right outside the gate. The NPC that we did the quest for was this fence. Let's just see what the reward might be from him first. Random junk. This is all level 5 gear. This is 11/6s. We're wearing 11/6 already. So those chain pieces aren't any good. This is a scepter. Void Lore Resonant Spellcasting. Nope. We don't use this. Won't use this. There's really nothing for us. You could use this Great Club, but we're not really focusing on that weapon. I don't want to use something that's a two-handed. So none of this is of benefit to us directly. So let's look at the prices just to maximize how much cash you get for it, because you're going to sell it probably. 2,000 for the top one. The green items are usually pretty valuable. I'm just going to take this one then and double click it, take it. We can sell it. Get rid of that pain. All right, let's see. We'll probably get another spell. Probably won't be very powerful. Rangers aren't really awesome spellcasters. But let's see. Ready to advance to the next level is Ranger. So I'm going to keep taking Search. You can only put 1 point in it. I am going to keep taking Spot to see stealth dudes. Don't really need Move Silently at all. Don't really need Hide. I'm just going to leave that there. Definitely going to put a point into Tumble. Use Magic Device. Let's try to get that up a little bit. There you go. 1.5. Let me take the 0.5 out. Concentration, not really, not really. Haggle, Diplomacy, Perform, Repair, Spellcraft, no, not really. Let's grab Jump in case it benefits us somehow in the future. Okay, now we get to pick a feat. So we could pick another favorite enemy. No, we already get these. This +5 max hit points for heroic durability. That's great. Wilderness Lore, not really useful. Favorite enemy, I'm not a big fan of it. What can we do to increase our ranged attack damage? Okay, so that's the only options we have. We only get to pick another favorite enemy. So we had undead before. Let's pick something that seems like it's going to happen pretty frequently. Goblins. Is there anything for anything for like aberrations, chaotic outsiders? We're not going to be fighting dragons, fae, giants, gnolls, halfling, human, lawful, magical beast. That might be interesting. Monstrous humanoid. What would that include? It includes oozes, no. Orcs, no. Plants, reptilian, vermin. I'm just gonna pick. I'm gonna pick monstrous humanoid. We just drag that, put that in here. Okay, great. 13 more hit points, almost 100 now. More spell points. Base attack bonus goes to +5 from 4. Done. Cool. That's a quick video. So, fast summary on that. Now we're level 5. Not bad. Less than a week. Playing casually in the evening. A little bit on the weekend. The the fence, that quest, you can see it in your journal. When you're going in there, you just got to get the barrels. You only need 10 of the smuggler rubies. Don't miss the lever in the last room, because it's almost every single time I played it, that last room is where that last smuggler's ruby is. Okay, we'll talk to you again on the next one. I think what we're going to do next is we're going to jump to the Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh quest lines, which I've never done, so it'll be fun to experience that for the first time. All right, we'll talk to you later. Take care.